Right, let's talk about the British Empire, shall we? It's a topic that has been discussed endlessly, yet its impact is still felt today. It's a bit like that mate who never shuts up about their gap year in Thailand. You know the type, always reminiscing about their adventures. They were there, they did that, get over it, right? But unlike that mate, the British Empire's story is far more complex and enduring. Well, not quite. Because this empire, my friends, it wasn't just some fleeting holiday romance, it was a force that shaped nations and cultures. It was more like a centuries-long bender that left the entire world with a colossal hangover. The kind that changes the course of history. See, the sun never set on the British Empire, it was a global phenomenon spanning continents and influencing countless lives. Sounds charming, right? Like a never-ending summer camp with really bad food and even worse dental hygiene. But it was far from idyllic. But that vast reach? It wasn't just about sunshine and colonialism, it was about power, control, and the spread of British influence. It was about reshaping the globe in ways we're still grappling with today. So, buckle up, America. The legacy is far-reaching. Because while you were busy declaring independence and figuring out the whole life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness thing, the British were busy elsewhere. Britain was off having a bit of an experimental phase on a global scale. They were testing boundaries and pushing limits, and like it or not, the after effects, they're still with us. The echoes of the British Empire resonate in our modern world. Let's start with the obvious, shall we? The British Empire was massive, like seriously massive. At its peak, it sprawled across a quarter of the planet, encompassing everything from the icy plains of Canada to the scorching deserts of Australia. That's a lot of frequent flyer miles, even for a nation obsessed with tea breaks. Now, you don't conquer that much territory without leaving a mark. And boy, did the British leave a mark. They drew borders with the casual indifference of a toddler with a crayon, often lumping together people who had about as much in common as a lion and a penguin. The result? Conflicts, rivalries, and political turmoil that echo to this very day. It's like the world's most awkward family reunion, and guess who forgot to bring the potato salad? Right, so we've established that the British Empire was big and messy, but it wasn't all bad, right? After all, those Brits, they did give us tea, Shakespeare, and Benedict Cumberbatch. Surely there must have been some cultural exchange going on amidst all the, colonizing. And there was. Sort of. Imagine a giant cultural blender, chuck in languages, customs, and traditions from every corner of the globe, and hit frap, what do you get? A right mess, that's what. The British Empire was a melting pot, but not always a harmonious one. It's a legacy fraught with contradictions, a complex tapestry woven from threads of oppression and adaptation, exploitation and innovation. Section 4. The Empire's Marketplace, from spices to steam engines. Now let's talk business, because that's what empires are really about, aren't they? Money, money, money. The British Empire was no different. It thrived on commerce and trade, turning raw materials into wealth. And the British Empire? It was a money-making machine. From the bustling factories of the Industrial Revolution to the stock exchanges where fortunes were made and lost, it was all about economic dominance. They plundered resources, exploited labor, and shipped goods back and forth across the globe with the efficiency of a well-oiled, morally bankrupt machine. Tea from India, sugar from the Caribbean, spices from the East, gold from South Africa, and countless other resources were extracted and transported. It all flowed back to the heart of the empire, transforming Britain into a global economic powerhouse. The wealth accumulated in London's banks and the bustling ports was staggering. And what did they give in return? They claimed to bring civilization, education, and religion to the so-called uncivilized parts of the world. Well, there was that whole civilizing the savages thing, which, spoiler alert, didn't go down too well. Resistance and conflict were common as indigenous populations fought back, but it wasn't all one-way traffic. There was a significant exchange of culture, ideas, and goods that flowed both ways. The empire also facilitated the exchange of ideas, technologies, and, dare we say it, progress. The steam engine, the telegraph, the railways, and other innovations, these inventions, born out of the Industrial Revolution, spread throughout the empire, connecting distant lands and transforming societies. The impact of these technologies was profound, reshaping economies and daily life across the globe. Section 5. Echoes of Empire, a lingering presence. Fast forward to the present day and the British Empire is no more. The sun has well and truly set on that particular chapter of history. But its legacy? Oh, that's a different story. Because the empire may be gone, but its ghosts linger on. Walk the streets of London, Mumbai, or Kingston and you'll see them. In the architecture, the language, the food, the very fabric of these cities. They're echoes of a bygone era, reminders of a time when Britain ruled the waves, and much of the world besides. The British Empire's influence on global politics, economics, and culture is undeniable. It's a complex, often uncomfortable truth, but one we can't afford to ignore. Section 6. A Story Unfinished, the British Empire's Place in Our World. The British Empire, once the largest empire in history, spanned continents and shaped the world in profound ways. So, there you have it. The British Empire, a tale of conquest and colonialism, of cultural exchange and economic exploitation, of innovation and oppression. It was a force that brought about significant advancements and devastating consequences. It's a story full of contradictions, a messy, uncomfortable chapter in human history. The British Empire's influence can be seen in the spread of the English language, legal systems, and even sports, and it's a story that's still being written. Because the legacy of the British Empire isn't some dusty relic of the past. It's alive and well, shaping our present and influencing our future. From the ongoing debate over reparations to the enduring inequalities between the global North and South, the ghosts of empire continue to haunt us. The economic disparities and social injustices rooted in colonialism are still evident today. It's a conversation we need to be having, a reckoning we need to face. Because only by understanding the past can we hope to build a more just and equitable future. The British Empire's legacy is complex and multifaceted, influencing everything from politics to culture. It's a history that demands our attention and reflection. From the ongoing debate over reparations to the enduring inequalities between the global North and South, the ghosts of empire continue to haunt us. It's a conversation we need to be having, a reckoning we need to face. Because only by understanding the past can we hope to build a more just and equitable future. The British Empire's legacy is complex and multifaceted, influencing everything from politics to culture. It's a history that demands our attention and reflection. Because only by understanding the past can we hope to build a more just and equitable future. The British Empire's legacy is complex and multifaceted, influencing everything from politics to culture. It's a history that demands our attention and reflection.